The harsh reality of 2026 is becoming impossible to ignore. Birmingham City are on the verge of missing out on the playoffs in their first season after promotion, and the collapse has been driven as much by structural issues as by circumstance. The January rebuild, rushed and reactive, was a clear admission that the summer recruitment had fallen short, forcing Chris Davies into mid-season corrections that rarely bring stability. But beneath the constant changes in personnel, the real damage was done away from home. Just 5 away wins across the campaign left Birmingham both mathematically and psychologically chasing a gap they could never close. Promotion sides are built on consistency on the road, and Blues simply did not have it. The result is a fan base staring at mid-table with frustration, especially after a level of investment that promised far more than this underwhelming finish. The deeper issue, however, lies in how Davies structured his midfield. At Sheffield United, Tommy Doyle thrived because he had balance, operating alongside Sander Berge, a player capable of absorbing defensive responsibility and allowing Doyle to dictate tempo and progression. That dynamic never truly developed at St Andrews. Even when John Solis arrived in January, offering exactly the defensive presence the system lacked, Davies hesitated to reshape the midfield around Doyle's strengths. Instead, he leaned towards partnerships built on similar profiles, most notably pairing Solis with Paik Sung-ho. While functional, that approach flattened Birmingham's creativity. It reduced vertical progression, limited risk-taking in possession, and ultimately turned matches into controlled but sterile performances. In a league where margins are tight, that lack of fluency translated directly into dropped points. Tommy Doyle's situation has become the clearest symbol of that miscalculation. At 24, on loan from Wolves, he arrived with the pedigree of a player who had already been central to a promotion-winning side, producing elite championship numbers with 33 appearances, 3 goals and 4 assists during Sheffield United's promotion campaign. Yet, instead of becoming the metronome of Birmingham's build-up, he drifted in and out of the side, seemingly without the full trust of his manager. The question that lingers is straightforward. Why sideline a midfielder who has already proven he knows how to get out of this division? The answer appears rooted in tactical conservatism, and the cost is now unavoidable. With the option to buy dependent on promotion, Doyle's long-term future at the club has effectively disappeared. That looming departure carries consequences beyond just one player. Without a playoff finish and without a clearly defined role, Doyle is unlikely to commit to a permanent move, especially when his profile still suits higher-level systems that maximize his strengths. Birmingham now face a familiar and avoidable problem. They must return to the market in search of creativity and control that they already had within their squad. This is not just a missed opportunity. It is a strategic failure that will carry into the next transfer window, both financially and competitively. So the question now goes directly to you, the Blues supporters. Did Chris Davies make a major mistake by not building the midfield around Tommy Doyle alongside John Solis? Did tactical caution cost Birmingham a genuine shot at promotion? And as the club prepares for another rebuild, how do you replace a player who may already have been the solution?